Welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock Ironman mode. We'll start out with some ghost farming. It is tedious due to their 1 million HP, but I'll need 2 drops from them. Sorrow in order to craft the second most powerful mining armor set, and Plasma to put toward the titanium drill ETS 555 recipe. What makes Sorrow armor better than Yogg? Well, for one, it's a higher rarity, meaning that gemstones and reforges are more effective on it, but its main feature is granting 20 extra magic find, one of few armor sets that increases arguably the most important stat in the game. Before I dropped a single Sorrow or Plasma, I got the Ghostly Boots, a worthless cosmetic which has a 1 in 10,000 drop chance. Wonderful use of my luck. My first Sorrow dropped after 224 kills, which is actually relatively lucky at 135 magic find. I kept at it for a good while, slowly realizing how long it would actually take to get 72 Sorrow. I highly underestimated this grind and soon took the chance for a break to diamond mine for a new booster cookie. As of now, I make about 116,000 coins per 30 seconds of diamond mining, which equates to 14 million coins per hour. Keep this in mind when we revisit this later on. I donated the Ghostly Boots to the museum for +5 Skyblock XP and went straight back to killing ghosts, only stopping once I hit 10 Sorrow, which I combined with 2 I already had in my stockpile to craft Sorrow Boots. To prepare for the upcoming mining fiestas, I pivoted to upgrading my gemstones, beginning with grinding a flawless amber to apply to my LT522. Thankfully, my solid pristine and mining fortune meant that this didn't take too long. Getting a flawless jade gemstone, the more important of the two as it grants mining fortune, didn't take much longer than 40 minutes. With my drilled gemstones sorted, I got some miscellaneous grinds out of the way, beginning with gathering 3 refined diamonds for a diamondite, which I'll apply to my jungle pickaxe to buff my powder mining rates. After throwing the diamonds into the forge, I headed to the magma field to set up a topaz mining area, with the aim of upgrading my drill's prismatic 3 to prismatic 4, requiring 160 fine topaz. This one was a little heftier a challenge, and it didn't help that Yoggs were constantly bugging me. By the power of my Balpet's 3 pristine when I'm in the magma fields though, I got it and upgraded my LT522 to prismatic 4. Next up was about as critical, the titanium plated drill engine. This hunk of junk costs 2 drill motors and 8 refined titanium, all for an extra 10 mining fortune and 75 mining speed over my current mithril plated drill engine. I started with the motors, gathering 4 enchanted gold blocks, then a couple of enchanted iron blocks, 2 more refined diamonds that I threw into the forge alongside the other 3, and 6 enchanted redstone blocks, which I hit mining 49 while gathering. I claimed my 5 refined diamonds and started up both the diamondite and the 2 golden plates. As soon as these are finished, I can forge the drill motors. No glaciite jewel gathering was necessary, thankfully. The first mining fiesta had officially begun. As much as I wanted glossy gemstones, I mined mithril for the entirety of this first fiesta as I still needed refined minerals to upgrade my ancient mithril equipment to titanium equipment, which has been a long time coming. A mithril gourmand event started midway through, and yes, tasty mithril is also affected by the fiesta's 2 ETS drops, which resulted in me mining up a lot. This one event netted me 433,000 mithril powder, and believe me, I can push that number a lot higher in the future. The rest of the fiesta was smooth sailing. I got all of the titanium and mithril I'll need for the rest of the episode, and ended up with 59 refined minerals. I threw 4 refined titanium into the forge and dumped my mithril powder into the efficient miner perk for a bit of extra mining spread. With some free time on my hands, I gathered enough enchanted cobblestone and enchanted redstone to craft 7 super compactors for my new minions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. While mining coal for some enchanted lava buckets, I hit mining 50, my first skill level 50 of this profile. I've got 10 more levels to go. I'm not counting the 7 again, just do it yourself, okay? You can count, I know you can. I collected my hunt traps for some more silent depth shards, bringing me to hunting 20 along the way. Then I claimed my forge, started up the 2 drill motors, purchased another compact book, and applied both it and the diamondite to my jungle pickaxe. I put it straight to work powder mining in the jungle with another drill upgrade in mind, the Gemstone fuel tank. It would double my drill's fuel capacity from 25,000 to 50,000, and also provide a 2% extra pickaxe ability cooldown, I would actually consider it relatively easy to forge compared to other upgrades. 3200 sludge juice sounds like it'd be hell on earth, but just look at how fast I actually gained them. After I gathered them all, I found that I only needed amber gemstones and jade. I already had just enough sapphire and amethyst. I couldn't forge the mixtures just yet though. I still had to throw in my titanium equipment, which will take 4.5 hours. This ended up being right on time for the 6 AM mining fiesta that I woke up early for. I wasn't gonna complain now, the next one start time is even worse. I set up a large topaz mining area for the fiesta to grind glossy gemstones. Why do I want these? Because glossy mineral armor is kind of goated and would both massively increase my money per hour from diamond mining and make powder mining more effective. To marginally boost my glossy rate, I put 1.1 million gemstone powder into 400 more mining speed. The Fiesta's 2x drops also doubled the loot from pristine, which meant I was getting, at minimum, 22 flawed topaz whenever it triggered. Unfortunately, my wraith suffered quite a bit throughout the event because the TPS was regularly dipping into single digits, which essentially has the effect of doubling the time it takes to break each gemstone. I thought the TPS might eventually recover, but it just didn't. Now, this didn't stop me from mining an outrageous number of topaz, but it did heavily reduce how quickly I could get glossy gemstones. 2 hours of fiesta mining netted me 5 flawless topaz gemstones, but I only got 14 glossy gemstones. I was hoping for at least 16 since that's how much is needed for each piece of glossy mineral armor. I used those flawless gemstones on my Yogg armor to replace their current fine gemstones. This granted me a total of 1.6 extra pristine, which will massively increase my mining rates. I then filled in the rest of my forge with refined titanium, since I still needed more for the new drill engine. I'd accumulated thousands of enchanted hardstone from all that powder mining earlier, enough to craft a silex, which I applied to my LT522 to give it efficiency 8. Now it's Spooky Festival time. This is actually the first one of these I've participated in on this profile because it tends to be in the middle of the night for me. Essentially, killing mobs has a chance to drop green and purple candies, which you can use to buy event items. More on that later. I opted to kill zealot bruisers to grind summoning eyes at the same time, since I could now de facto one-shot them. Speaking of, it took me barely 40 bruisers before I got my first eye. Killing mobs also has a chance to spawn a trick-or-treat chest, which can drop plenty of candy and some unique rewards used in quite a few Spooky Festival recipes. In this case, I only got purple and green candy. I got my second summoning eye a couple hundred bruisers later, then my third, and my fourth, all in just 30 minutes. A trick-or-treat chest gave me a bat person talisman, which I'll eventually be able to upgrade into a rare accessory. By the festival's end, I gathered 4 stacks of green candy and 86 purple candy, which I spent on a candy artifact, an intimidation ring, and a sugar rush book. I headed to the end to use my 4 summoning eyes, and I got lucky with a wise dragon, exactly what I'm looking for. It dropped a wise dragon leggings, so now I've only got 3 pieces to go. Once I assemble the full set and pair it with a frozen scythe, I'll probably start doing dungeons. I maxed out my bruiser attribute for another 3% damage against ender mobs, claimed my refined titanium, and threw in 4 more. It is 3 in the morning, and here I am, preparing for a mining fiesta. I normally wouldn't really be up at this hour to do this, but this is my last chance at a mining fiesta for potentially months, so I'm definitely taking advantage of it. I opted to mine jade this time as I wanted to assemble 4 flawless gemstones for my armor to bolster my mining fortune. The only downside is that it does have a lower chance to drop glossy gemstones. The TPS was better this time, probably because it was the middle of the night, so the mining process was not nearly as infuriating. I did gather some ruby toward the latter end of the fiesta, but outside of that, nothing interesting happened. It was just me barely registering I was awake while holding down left click. By the fiesta's end, my glossy gemstones sat at exactly 32, just enough to upgrade 2 pieces of my mineral armor. I was able to craft 4 flawless jade gemstones, which I promptly applied to my Yogg armor for an extra 20 mining fortune. Then I crafted my glossy mineral helmet and chest plate. With this, I'll have 100 more mining spread on ores and blocks, not to mention a bit more mining fortune because the Jaded Reforge becomes more powerful. I used my ruby to max out my Mastiff's gemstone slots for a bit of extra health, claimed my drill motors in titanium, and officially forged my titanium drill engine, along with an ammonite pet to be used in a future fishing episode. I finally could set up some gemstone mixtures, although I will need a whole other forge round to get 10 of them. Then I upgraded my mithril lantern to a titanium lantern, giving me slightly increased temporary mining fortune. I waited the 4 hours to claim the mixtures and set up the last ones I need for the fuel tank. To test out my new armor and an adjusted Heart of the Mountain tree, I did some diamond mining and found that I could make 150,000 coins every 30 seconds, or 18 million coins per hour. And to end us off, I claimed my last gemstone mixtures and forged my gemstone fuel tank. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more sorrow grinding and another Nucleus run spree.